Well, from fisheries to farms, fire ants, food, fibre and everything in between, he is the man in charge of Queensland. And now with the state election looming, what is his final pitch for beef? Welcome, Queensland Minister for Agriculture, Mark Furner.
Thanks for having us on.
Look, hey, I see you've got a Minister of Beef tag.
Absolutely. I want to give all my recognition and accreditation to Bryce Cam for organising this for me. He's called me the Minister for Beef for many years now, and it's great to be here at BeefAustralia 24.
No, it's so good to have you here. You've been in the role for 7 years. What's your biggest achievement for beef in the position?
Oh, look, there's a variety of them. I think the things that keep me awake at night is biosecurity, but I think overall, if you look at the fundamental shift in terms of providing drought assistance before you are even in drought, I'd put that down as one of the fundamental achievements during my term. So, we've got producers out there that can access funding up to $50,000 worth of grants, and beyond that, $250,000 of low interest loans. That was never possible until you were in drought. So it's a seismic shift in terms of when you can get that funding to make sure your property is protected for in the future.
Speaking of, you've got a budget coming up. I know you dropped a lot of cash this morning as an election commitment, I guess, for next beef. Will there be anything in the budget that the industry should look out for?
There certainly will, but
go on,
obviously,
spill the secrets.
I think the secret this morning was dropped, and it was well received. Bryce come up to me and at breakfast this morning and said it was well accepted. But that demonstrates the Miles government what it's about. We understand the regions, we understand the importance of agriculture, in this particular occasion, beef. So we're there supporting our primary producers because we believe in them.
Now, if you look at the polls, it says Chris Afuli is going to be the next Premier. Do you accept you may not be Ag Minister post-October?
Oh, look, that may be a possibility, but there's plenty of air between now and then, and we're out there, making sure we deliver for the people in Queensland for the things they want. You look at the rebate, $1,000 just last week announced for every Queenslander in their electricity accounts, which they'll draw down upon, making cost of living changes for them in difficult times. So we're looking at things that Queenslanders need and delivering on them.
On that, you've got the supermarket pricing inquiry underway at the moment. It doesn't have any teeth though, does it?
Oh, look, I've seen a shift already. In fact, when the...
But it has no power.
Well, it has power in the sense of making sure people understand the pressure that they put on some of our primary producers. In fact, it was Coles, after the Premier announced these inquiries, and I was there at the meeting when we interviewed both Coles and Woolworths, they started realising there's a shift out there. People want to make sure not only they support their farmers where their produce comes from, but they want their prices commensurate with what they should be paid. So let's wait and see what the inquiry findings are on the 19th of April, and we'll act upon those.
On that though, last month you announced the farm gate to plate pricing scheme. We know it's a price monitoring scheme trail led by industry, but what does it actually mean in practice?
Look, it's making sure that we have that collaboration with industry, making sure we have the understanding of the pressures upon them. So paddock-to-plate is something that's not just a slogan, it's a methodology about what really is the effects on farmers.
Isn't it just more admin though for producers?
No, producers are calling out for wanting better data, more data, so they know what's happening, and that should be transparent right through to the whole supply chain.
So if you've announced this though before the supermarket inquiry is complete, and you've already said let's wait to see the findings of the inquiry, what was the point of the inquiry?
Well, the point of the inquiry was to delve down, looking at all the effects. I speak to primary producers just about every day, and it varies. It is a difficult issue to grasp and understand, but there's so many complexities in it, and it's areas that we need to address.
So what will be the produce? It's a number of produce items, right? That'll be under that, won't it, with the farm gate?
Absolutely.
So what ones will be included?
Everything.
Everything?
Like it's up to the committee to examine the findings of their evidence as a result of that committee's hearings on what we deal with. And you've got the Commonwealth as well. There's 2 inquiries going there with supermarket prices and also consumer engagement with whether there's a position there of examining what supermarkets might be doing with the involvement with producers. So all those opportunities will exist for a chance, not only state but also Commonwealth, to deal with any matters that arise out of that.
Now, looking more broadly in terms of, I guess, the election, obviously there's a few big issues in terms of cost of living. Crime is the one the opposition is trying to pin you guys on every single day, it feels. What's the one big thing that you can give to regional Queenslanders as to why they should vote you guys back in?
I think,
Or not turf you out.
I think, look at our track record. I was talking to farmers only on Friday night, and it's their words, not mine. Some of them said, Mark, your office, your government has done more for us than the LNP has ever done in a lifetime. In fact, one farmer said to me, I'm voting Labor for the first time. That speaks volumes to me.
No, I'm kidding.
That speaks volumes to me in terms of what we've done for our primary producers, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud to lead a department that is concentrated on looking at a better lot in life for our primary producers.
Hey, well, we know that Beef is certainly so happy with the announcement you guys have made. I do want to move, though, because we do have a quick pop quiz, which we would like to call Playing for Cattle Stations. Now, we do have a scoreboard. David Crisafulli has already come in. He got medium rare because he only got 2 out of 5 right, so it is quite a tough one. Can you get 5 and get well done? That is the aim of this game. So, quick pop quiz, 5 questions. Ready, Minister? Let's go. Number 1. How many stomachs does a cow have?
2.
3. Wrong. Who is famous for this line? Don't have a cow, man. Steve Irwin, Beyonce, or Bart Simpson?
Bart Simpson.
Correct. Number 3. According to scientific studies, in which direction do cows tend to align themselves when resting or grazing?
Jeez.
I know, it's a tough one. I didn't know it.
Resting.
North to south. But now you do know that, so you can bring that up tonight when you're at dinner.
North to south.
Number 4. Which pop star is famous for wearing a dress made out of steaks? Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Nikki Webster?
Lady Gaga.
Correct. If you get a song, you get an extra point.
I can sing a song if you
Go
like.
for it. You'll get 2 extra points. He's just looking at his advisors and they're saying, no, Minister, go for it. If you're lucky, we'll join
How about
in.
Chad Morgan?
Go on.
He's still alive, by the way.
Go on.
All the shielders think I'm handsome, my mother thinks I'm mad, blah, blah, blah.
Bryce Cam, is there a spot on the lawn stage? We have it right here. Mark Furner, you are going to get an extra point for that. So that's 3 for you. Let's go for the last question.
Here we go.
You've already beat Crisafulli. What is commonly known as a cow pie? A pile of cows, a meat pie, or a cow poo?
A cow poo.
Correct. 4 points. Minister Furner, thank you so much for your time on
Pleasure.
BeefTV.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Likewise.
Isn't he a good sport? Well, let's move.